Now, answering your questions about the law and legal issues. This is Legal Break with attorney Gary Bruce.
Hello there and welcome. Welcome, Gary.
Good morning. I am ready to get back in the studio. When are we going to be able to do that?
You can come anytime. We have it set up where it's safely social distant and everything. So come on down.
I have to get out of my office.
Okay. All right. Maybe
Yep.
maybe next week we'll do that. All right. We have a question today. Let's pull it up. I was recently in a car accident and the other person is saying that I was partially to blame. Can both parties be ticketed? And what does that mean for my insurance?
Yes, and I don't know, but so that's the easy answer. But yes, I guess they can both be ticketed. Usually, the at-fault party is slow to take responsibility, so the blame comes later. Sometimes at the urging of others or insurance companies, frankly. But at the scene, the police officer generally, if it's not clear or fairly clear in his or her eyes, then they write that down and they don't ticket either one. But I've seen tickets for both. And certainly if you're in violation of something unrelated, like don't have a driver's license or somebody's intoxicated, even though they weren't at fault, they'll get ticketed, they'll get arrested. So, it isn't just a get out of jail free card because it wasn't your fault. But so it happens. In Georgia, you get tickets at the scene generally. In Alabama, you don't. It's generally not, there's generally not tickets. So, it's not really determinative of the ultimate issue.
Well, if you get a ticket, Gary, what does that mean? Does that decide everything as far as the insurance is concerned afterwards?
Well, so it doesn't decide anything. You've been charged with a crime, however minor, but there's still, you have to meet the beyond a reasonable doubt standard to prove it. So does it prove it? No, it's one person's opinion. It's a pretty good indicator in traffic accidents, whose fault it was, but it doesn't really determine it. And there's always, as somebody once said, it's a mighty thin pancake that don't have two sides sometimes. But having said that, it doesn't determine it ultimately. The standards are different for different courts. And frankly, insurance companies make up their own minds. If they think it's your fault, even if you weren't ticketed, they might rate you differently next time. So, you got to be careful about that. That's what it's based on, not just being in a wreck, but fault. And so that, again, is a one person's opinion generally, but there's not much you can do about what an insurance company decides.
Interesting. Very good. Very good question today. Thank you for joining us today. And come on down to the studio, Gary.
I am.
We'll see you on the next Legal Break.